Sugar City Morning Show.
Buenos días, compañeros, un gran gusto saludarles para el día de hoy, martes, y estamos el 7 de noviembre. Buenos días, un gran gusto. ¿Cómo están hoy por la mañana? Ojalá y se encuentren bien, ojalá y hoy tengamos la fortaleza de poder hacer un cambio. Ojalá y que hoy podamos hacer un bien para el prójimo. Ojalá y hoy podamos tener un día exitoso. Compañeros, es un nuevo día. Bienvenidos. Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. A beautiful day here in Orange Walk, and I trust that it's just as beautiful in your neck of the woods. We're transmitting live from North Division Channel 10 here in Orange Walk, Trial Farm to be exact. And the arrangement we have with cable signal providers prevents our signal to be seen throughout the length and breadth of this beautiful country of ours. And if you got no problem, no problemo. No cable, no problemo. Because at the end of the day, if you live in the vicinity of Orange Walk Town, and or in, say, the villages in the surrounding areas, you can easily extend your antennas and catch Channel 10 absolutely free of charge. It's a pleasure to greet you, and just to remind you that we are also on YouTube, and you can view us wherever you are in the world. And I send special greetings to those people who watch us on a daily basis, especially those Orange Walkenians living in Los Angeles area, New York area. Good morning. Buenos días. Un gran gusto saludarles a ustedes. Como siempre, compañeros, estamos vivos. Si escuchas mis palabras, si me ves, es porque tienes la capacidad de poder ver, de poder escuchar, y gracias a Dios estamos vivos. Muchas personas no tuvieron esa bendición. Si es que estás cumpliendo años hoy, te felicito. Teresa, buenos días. Mi buena amiga, muchas gracias por tu amistad. Te deseo todo lo mejor. Cuando digo todo lo mejor. Te deseo mucha felicidad, mucha paz en tu corazón. Mucha prosperidad también. ¿Ok? De corazón te deseo lo mejor para ti. Lo mereces. Compañeros, vamos a entrar a una oración porque tenemos que agradecerle a Dios todo lo que nos da. Padre, te doy las gracias por todo. Hoy nos das la vida, nos permitiste el milagro de estar vivos, de tener salud y fuerzas. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo, Padre. Te pido como siempre por nuestros familiares, nuestras amistades, nuestros compañeros de trabajo, y de todos que se unen a esta oración en este momento. Como siempre, Padre, pido por la paz en el mundo. Pido por un fin a todo este crimen que está sucediendo, Padre. Te pido de corazón que tengamos un cambio en el corazón, que podamos dejar de ser como somos. Porque el problema no es de la policía, Padre. El problema es de nosotros mismos. Estamos perdiendo nuestros principios, nuestros valores humanos. Ayúdanos, Padre, a recobrar estos valores. Valorar la vida es importante. Valorar las amistades, nuestros seres queridos. Valorar lo que es importante, Padre. Y no actuar simplemente por egoísmo, por unas tonterías de pleitos, sino respetar al prójimo. Te pido, Padre, que nos ilumines, que nos llenes de sabiduría, que nos protejas, que nos cuides, que nos guíes. Te pido, Padre, que cuides de nuestros familiares, que los bendigas. Te pido, como siempre, Padre, para los enfermos, los ancianos, los niños, para todas las personas que están necesitadas de una forma u otra. Padre, guíanos, ayúdanos, bendícenos. Amén. Good morning. If you've just joined us, it is exactly 7 minutes after 7, and this is the general weather forecast for today, Tuesday, November 7th. The general situation says generally fair conditions will continue to dominate over most areas. A 24-hour forecast. Sunny with a few cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. A few showers or periods of light rain will occur mostly over the sea and along southern coastal areas. The winds blowing from the northeast at 5 to 15 knots. The sea state light chop. Temperatures along the coast. A max of 86 degrees, a minimum of 75. Inland, we're going all the way up to 90 degrees and 70 degrees as a low. And in the hills, 77 degrees as a max and 64 degrees as a low. Sometimes I question the inland low as 70 because yesterday evening at about maybe 8 o'clock, 7:30, a cool breeze was blowing. A very cool breeze. And I was way below 70. The outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for some cloudy spells with isolated showers or periods of light rain, mostly over the sea and along the south coast. There was a high tide this morning at 6:25. A low tide. A high tide this afternoon will occur at 1:15. A low tide today at 14 minutes before 7 in the evening. And the second high tide tomorrow morning at 8 minutes after midnight. The sun rose this morning at 6 minutes before 6, and the sun sets today at 19 minutes after 5. The moon will rise this morning at 22 minutes after 9, and the moon will set. I'm sorry, I have that the wrong way. The moon will set at 9:22 because it's out, and the moon will rise again at 9 o'clock tonight. We want to thank forecaster Michael Gentle for this information. Thank you very much. And all those persons working at the Met Service who make this weather forecast available on the internet so people like us can share it with you. Thank you very much. Buenos días, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles de nuevo. Si nos acaban de sintonizar, muy buenos días. Esos frijolitos fritos o colados van muy bien con fried jacks y tortillas de harina, pedacitos de queso y pedacitos de jamón o chorizo. Muy bien, muy bien. Esta mañana me desperté muy temprano e hice un Pirish pack. Muy sabroso, muy sabroso. Gracias, Padre, por que me diste el desayuno hoy por la mañana. Compañeros, la situación general llama para buenas condiciones. Es más, hoy tendremos buen tiempo. Para las siguientes 24 horas, soleado con algunos periodos de nubosidad durante el día. Va a estar igualmente nublado por momentos por la noche. Algunos chubascos o llovizna, periodos de llovizna ocurrirán hoy sobre el mar y por algunas áreas de la costa, pero del sur del país. Los vientos provenientes del noreste de 5 a 15 nudos, el estado del mar ligeramente agitado. Temperaturas por la costa, una máxima de 86, una mínima de 75. En el interior del país, una máxima de 90 y una mínima de 70 grados. Y por las colinas 77 grados como una máxima y una mínima de 64 grados. Ayer por la tarde, y hice mención de eso hace ratitos, que por las noches más, hubo un vientecito bastante, bueno, no puedo decir helado, porque no estuvo helado, pero sí bastante fresco y definitivamente menos de 70 grados. Así que, compañeros, gocen el buen tiempo. Las noches especialmente están bastante frescas y me imagino que entre un par de semanas vamos a tener un furito ahí que van a tener que lavar las colchas desde ahora para tenerlo, porque el pronóstico pudiera llamar para las temperaturas bajas entre muy poco, así que prepárate. Se espera que para mañana miércoles y miércoles por la noche tengamos condiciones similares, con algunos periodos de nubosidad, chubascos aislados o lluvia ligera sobre el mar y por la costa del sur. Aquí en el norte no se está pronosticando lluvia, nada de eso, así que gocemos el buen tiempo. Una marea baja sucedió hace ratos a las 6:25. Una alta sucederá a las 12:45 hoy por la tarde, seguido por una segunda marea baja a las 6:44 por la noche y luego una segunda marea alta mañana a la medianoche más 8 minutos. El sol salió hoy, compañeros, a las 6:06 y el sol se oculta hoy por la tarde a las 5:19 minutos. De igual forma, compañeros, la luna se oculta entre muy poco a las 9:22 porque aún está fuera y lo vi nacer anoche. Y la luna sale de nuevo hoy a las 9 por la noche. Compañeros, muchas gracias a nuestros patrocinadores por su apoyo continuo. Estamos hablando de el señor honorable Gaspar Vega, el señor German y Karen Vega y el señor Eduardo Vega. Muchas gracias por su apoyo. También tenemos que agradecer Belize Tourist Board, Government of Belize Information Service, Northern Medical Specialty Plaza, Dano Milk. También tenemos que darle las gracias a otras personas que de vez en cuando nos apoyan con sus anuncios. Si quieres anunciarte, por favor, contáctate con nosotros y con gusto vamos a pasar tus mensajes. Con mucho gusto. Como dije, compañeros, si estás cumpliendo años hoy, que la pases muy bien. Si estás celebrando aniversarios, también que la pases de maravilla. ¿Okay? Entiendo de que hubo un accidente, pero anoche vamos a tratar de conseguir unas imágenes y conseguir más información ya para el siguiente segmento. Pero compañeros, a este momento, cuando son las 7:14 minutos, antes que me vaya a la pausa, les quiero decir de que hoy se supone que vamos a tener un invitado especial. Hoy, bueno, nos sucede muchas veces en la vida. Cuando tenemos situaciones cuando necesitas que alguien te oriente en lo que se trata la ley. Que alguien te está llevando a la corte o quizás tú estás viendo una injusticia que te están cometiendo. Pero no sabes qué hacer y no tienes la lana para ir a ver un abogado de aquellos que te cobran por hora. Pero ahora hay una opción, compañeros. Y esa opción es de que aquí en Orange Walk se está establecida una oficina donde puede uno ir y conseguir la orientación y que nos guíen en relación a la legalidad de ciertos casos. Te pueden orientar qué es lo que puedes hacer en vez de ir a pagar grandes cantidades de dinero a los abogados. Y no quiero decir de que ellos te van a resolver todo y que ya vamos a dejar de ir a los abogados. No, es simplemente, y lo repito, orientación para que tú puedas, aquellas personas de pocos recursos, ¿ok? Que no se les tome ventaja. Eso es lo más importante, para que tengan una oportunidad de poder defenderse. Y hoy por la mañana tendremos a la persona encargada, ojalá y esté ya aquí en el estudio, o entre poco que esté aquí. Así que a este momento vamos a tomar una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. No se vayan, tendremos un programa muy importante para ustedes.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopond Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. You can whip it cream for Dana milk, it is real, yes, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. Dana milk in the morning, Dana milk in the evening, Dana milk. Give me Dana milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dana milk, then love Dana milk. All over this land and in Belmopond, yes, Dana milk. Give me Dana milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in PG, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dana milk. I love Dana milk. Dana milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world, Dano.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home to wash every bucket. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash we hand the pipe instead of a nasty bucket like before. See, Daddy, life is better. Water the life.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Northern Medical Specialty Plaza has been offering excellent health services since its inception in 2000. Today you can enjoy a wide range of medical services through our experienced doctors and dedicated friendly staff. No need to go to Belize City or Cheto Mall. Introducing our new state-of-the-art CT scan 16 slice, now available at Northern Medical Specialty Plaza in high-definition technology, computerized tomography. Also available, ultrasound 4D scan, which shows moving 3D images of your baby. We also provide services such as mammograms, X-ray, clean and safe nursery, certified pharmacist, operating facilities, our 24 hours emergency and hospitalization, high technology research facilities. Our motto has always been to serve our community with compassion, quality, and affordable medical services. Specialists devoted to serve you. Visit us today at Orchid Drive in Orange Rock Town or call us at 302-3708. Northern Medical Specialty Plaza. Your health is our priority.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. We are, like I said, awaiting the arrival of our guest. But at the moment, I'm joined again this morning by Mr. Robert Checky Usher. Good morning, Checky. ¿Cómo estás?
Bye. Good morning to everybody out there today. It's a lovely morning once again. It is Tuesday, and we want to say good morning to one another. And it's the 7th day,
Oh, yes, it is the 7th day.
The 7th day of November 2017, as we're here with you on this lovely, beautiful morning, lovely, beautiful day. I want to welcome everyone to the show. As Emmanuel said, we should be having a very, very informative conversation this morning with a guest coming in a short while. And you know, Emmanuel, over the weekend, that was the 4th of November, was a historic time for the United Democratic Party once again, because it marked 2 years ago when the United Democratic Party won a 4-term or three? Three terms straight. The first party in this country to win 3 consecutive terms. So last year, 2 years ago this time, celebration is still there. And,
Actually, I couldn't remember the exact date, so thank you for reminding me.
It was November 4th,
remember? November, huh?
Remember, it was November the 4th.
November 4th?
Yep, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was a very historic
time flies, yeah?
Yes, time flies for you.
There's a time, not a time like one time?
Yeah, because I just remember like last year you told me I give me a piece of cake for Christmas. But I think that is Christmas you tell me about, but the Christmas the right there, so I know you're having this Christmas.
Ouch!
I know you're having this Christmas,
Yeah. But I think that whilst we are waiting for guests to arrive, I think if we can only begin to talk a bit about the crime situation that we're living through. And I do know that these people, I suspect that these people who are committing these crimes are aiming business people.
Targeting.
Because, they're targeting business people. It's not as if they're killing people at random, but which is just as bad.
I wonder if that got to what we discussed some weeks ago, that the women say about the young black people that they deny their job, but they're not only the young black boys and the rap. No, we got some Hispanic people doing it as well. You understand? So
well, we don't know at this moment, because obviously the police are still investigating, ladies and gentlemen, and I say that with a well, you picked up that one there.
Yeah.
But the point is that we saw the clippings on the news yesterday about the assailants, and apparently they were wearing masks. I noticed that the one at Tanz was wearing masks, and I gathered that the one at Carmelita were wearing masks. And I gather that the ones over by PMP were wearing masks, and I gather that all of these, what we need to do is to take up the volume, yes.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Morning, morning.
Yo quiero decir que ese problema debe de acabar si es que la policía se pone.
You leave it up or leave it louder, boss. No te
Pone
escuchas.
fuerte, right? De la policía.
Ah.
Pero hay más criminales escuritos que indios. No es por criticar ahí, pero andan bastante. Pero la policía se tiene que poner fuerte. Algo para todos.
Right.
¿Me entiendes? Ok.
Yo estoy de acuerdo. Yo, como dije hace momentos, el problema no solo está con la policía, sino el problema es de que la gente no quiere cooperar muchas veces con la policía. Y saben, pero tienen miedo de hablar. Pero yo creo que llega un tiempo cuando ya tienes que abandonar ese tipo de pensamiento y pensar de que si no abres tu boca, entonces las cosas simplemente van a empeorar, van a quedar peor. Y hasta que esto llegue muy cerca a ti, es más, no estamos diciendo de que va a suceder, pero nada más pido que las personas que tengan información, por favor, contribuyan. Si tú reconoces a ese individuo que fue a asaltar a Tanz o en Carmelita, o que quizás sepas ese individuo que fue con PMP a asaltar a este señor, a matarlo, entonces te pedimos que contribuyas a esa información. Porque no haces nada tú quedándote con ello. Hay formas para compartir esa información sin tener que ponerte a ti en problemas. Hay un número especial que puedes llamar, ¿ok? Donde no te hacen preguntas. Es un número en el extranjero que no te cuesta absolutamente nada. Sí, hay este número, ¿ok? Donde tú dices, mira, yo quiero reportar a tal individuo porque ese es el que mató a tal persona.
The Crime Stoppers line still work, pa?
Of course. That's the one I'm referring to.
Okay.
Okay? And, y esto es importante. O si tú viste algo, pues a este punto yo creo que ya hablamos suficiente acerca de la situación de la policía. Es una situación difícil, compañeros.
This way to talk about a serious thing, Emmanuel, but what we could think about them police, when you give a report, they go back and tell the people, hey, that this person give a report. Or this person could report this about you, boy. Or this person say, you see you to do this. You know, that's a real bad thing, you know. That's a real bad and selfish thing when them people do. Because then they put your life at risk, man. If you try to report to a crime when it happen, and the same police when you report it to, you call them and say, this person they after you. I get a little story where somebody may got something, some run man, and this run man may carry some stuff for him, and somebody knock her. And by the time he reach a police station, the man don't know. I don't know that which police carrier. Serious, pa? Serious. That's why I don't know if there's so many people take the job just as one job, or if you go in there for hustle, or they take it as a profession. Because that is very bad what they're doing, and that low. That low if you do that, my brother. Very, very low.
A veces yo no sé qué decir. Porque muchas veces yo creo que nunca debo de perder la esperanza. Nunca debo de... Pero
well, not just the esperanza, the confidence, because a lot of people don't have confidence in the department right now. I will consider people to try, man. Well, you see with the 15 vehicles that was handed over yesterday for tackle a crime situation, then they try, but then they got someone right there, so on there. they will come out and say, you know what, this they happened, that they happened, that vehicle going away, this one, this, that one, that, and this, that one, and they discuss.
Which always brings up the same question in my mind. Are we up for sale? Lock, stock, and barrel? Are we getting to that point in our lives where for amount of money, for $1,000, $2,000, you can destroy a file? For $1,000, $500, $1,000, you can go kill somebody? Are we losing our values, our principles as a people? That is the bigger question.
Yeah, man. What should happen to this man for the
and that
forensic?
includes not only the police.
Remember this
my
guy
good
from the
friend.
forensic department?
It does not only include the police. It is the community as a whole, because the police is charged with the job of keeping law and order. But we're saying, oh, el policía no hace nada. Bueno, pues es posible que no hagan suficiente. Pero el problema existe dentro de nosotros mismos, como es la gente. Porque no es la policía que está matando a las personas.
No.
Es la gente.
Then,
son un grupo de personas que lo están haciendo. Y ojalá y logren capturar a estas personas lo antes posible. Porque...
I think this is Delve calling, pa.
Yes, let's take Delve's call.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Delve, good morning.
How is the morning?
Well, we good. Today the 7th of November. I got about a month and 3 weeks to make I get a slice of cake. Emmanuel, give me a big slice of cake for this Christmas. You know, but that is good. That is, you know, when you got a good friend, so you're always expecting things there. And he not a man I know, so I'm not really worried about nothing. I know things are good.
Okay.
So how is things in San Pedro?
Well, everything is nice. So far the weather is cool.
Okay.
You know, we've got a bit of chilly air these days, but I just went over this side.
Okay, no kind of big crime situation that happen out there right now?
Thank God.
Okay.
Thank God.
All right, that's good. That's good to know. That's good. So how is yourself doing?
I am fine, recovering from the flu. I had the flu quite terribly over the weekend, but I'm a lot better now, so.
We're glad to hear that.
The writer try fight it too, girl, but you know what, go. Yeah, but you know. So, what's the good news that you bring for us today?
Okay, today I have this one entitled Aged with Grace. Aged with Grace. In the wake of her youth, you enjoyed and engulfed in her beauty. You found fashion and thought she was beautiful, even if her hair was pointing in all directions. And the aroma of her morning breath did nothing to dissuade you from hugging her and reminding her that she was all. A couple years went by, and stretch marks after 5 children, your children, had taken residence on what is now her many curves. And then you look at her and secretly wonder in your mind what time has done to her. When elasticity is lost and most things move toward gravitational pull, a couple more years went by and you started to see white hairs among a garden of black. Her sight needs enhancement, as with time the muscles in her eyes started to become slack, and glasses she does need. What was skin stretched out so fashionably have now gathered in particular places. She ages. You look at her wondering, where did she go? She aged. You finally took the courage to look in the mirror and notice that the spots on your head where hair used to be can be seen no more. Where muscles now is gathering of meat that you can't seem to hold up anymore. And you stand in front of the mirror, realizing that you can't stand for much too long. You went to find her, embraced her the way you used to, for you had it all wrong. If you get to do it all over with her, you pay the wage. Thanking God you've made it this far, as together you both aged.
Well, thank you very much. Real inspirational, and people just have to check out the direction where they go into. And remember, so you know, some people, when they get old, they say, man, I feel old. I don't feel good like I get so old. But when, like I said, sometimes when they call the age, are just the numbers that are adding up, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was so good.
Thank you. I actually wrote this with, inspiration from my parents.
Oh, okay.
You know, because they seem young, but they're getting there. So I wrote this in last year, that no matter how old you get, because your figure change, but what's on the inside should not. You should always have that ball of love for each other. I think the more as you get older, so.
Okay, so you want to say something to your mom and your dad and all the kids at home here in Child Farm getting ready for school this morning?
Well, I just want to wish them a happy and a blessed day, My son Ivan, as he's getting ready to go to school, and to my parents, my very hard-working parents, I just want to thank them. Well, every day I remind them of that, because I call them every day to hear from them. So I just hope that they have a wonderful day today, and I'm always thinking about them, even though I'm a bit far. So.
Yeah, you're a bit far and distant, but not in love or not in the mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you very much, Delvia. Have yourself a wonderful day.
You have yourself a wonderful day as well.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yeah. It's now, as we continue, it's now, let me see, 22 minutes away from 8 o'clock, Emmanuel. Take that break.
Our guest is here. So we'll take that break and we'll be right back with you because nuestro invitado ya está aquí. Vamos a tomar esa pausa.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar-cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Attention all Digicel prepaid customers. Digicel now has a new way for you to access all the prepaid services that you love. Our new prepaid menu is now your one-stop shop for everything prepaid. Checking your account balances, purchasing your favorite data plan, text bundles, and more. Just got easier. Accessing this new menu is quick and easy. Just dial *100#. A menu will pop right up on your phone with a list of all the available options. And you can still dial *100 for voice instructions or send a text using our short code options. Listen, all options are super easy. Just choose which one works best for you. Because being prepaid is just that simple. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat to learn more about your new prepaid menu or visit our website at digicel.bz/menu. Go beyond! Only with Digicel.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
The BTB hereby informs all stakeholders of the launching of its new online portal on November 1st, 2017 on its official website. The portal is designed to be simple, user-friendly, and allows stakeholders to conduct various types of official BTB business from the comfort of their homes or offices. The first phase will commence on November 1st this year to allow hotel accommodations to make online submissions of monthly tax returns as well as online payments through Atlantic Bank, Belize Bank, Heritage Bank, and Scotiabank. Over-the-counter payments can also be made at your selected bank. As a part of our efforts to continuously improve the service to our valued stakeholders, in 2018 the portal will be expanded to include online submissions of guest registration forms and licensing applications and renewals. The BTB online portal will be convenient, fast, accurate, secure, and easily accessible. Payments will be made in real time and offer savings in cost and time. For more information and assistance on how to set up a BTB online account, please contact the BTB at telephone number 227-2420 or via email at licensing@belizetourismboard.org. The Belize Tourism Board, moving forward with technology for your convenience.
I love my Digicel 4G LTE data. Between work and school, I have to multitask to keep up. When I'm on the move, I have everything I need no matter where I go. Whether it's research for school, emails for work, or Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube while on those long bus rides, Digicel 4G LTE got me covered. Digicel 4G LTE's nationwide coverage is exactly what I need to get me where I'm going. They're truly the bigger, better network.
I'm about to hit you with the work, boy. The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega & Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen. It's exactly 13 minutes before 8 o'clock. Buenos días, compañeros. Si nos acaban de sintonizar, un gusto saludarles y darles la bienvenida al Sugar City Morning Show. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Norte Visión Canal 10, aquí en la bella aldea de Trial Farm. Un día precioso aquí en Orange Walk. Y lo prometido es deuda, como dicen, pero hoy cumplimos, compañeros. Hoy es un día muy importante, muy especial para ciertas personas que están cumpliendo años, pero también hoy es importante porque hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial que nos va a hablar acerca de un tema, un ofrecimiento que viene de parte del gobierno para aquellas personas de pocos recursos. Today we have Mr. Herman Mesa, who is in charge of the Legal Aid Office. Before anything else, I'd like to say good morning and welcome, Mr. Mesa. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing well, and good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning, Orange Kenyos. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on the show.
It is my distinct pleasure, believe me, because I always say that our job here is to inform and educate people, and sometimes entertain.
Yeah.
Sometimes entertain.
Yes, yes.
But the more we have people like you and others, and that's why we have changed the format of our programming to include more professionals who can help us through help us through life, because many times we act out of ignorance.
Yeah.
We act out of sheer frustration and anger. And many times if we had somebody that we can talk to, then it would make it easier for us.
Of course.
If we can know how to deal with situations the correct way, then there would scarcely be any problems. But that is exactly the crux of our discussion this morning, Mr. Mesa.
Yes.
I gathered that you are in charge of the new office here, the Legal Aid Office here in Orange Walk.
Yes.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate you guys, because it is, I think, a good response to a need that has been manifested, because a number of people go like, voy a tener que ir al abogado porque yo no sé qué hacer, que él me guíe, pero no tengo la lana para ir al abogado.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or something to that effect.
Yeah.
You are offering services.
Yes.
Talk to us about what you are offering.
Okay, just before we get there, Emmanuel, let me just inform the Orange Kenyos that this legal advice office used to be housed on Cinderella Street.
There was one previously?
Yes, on Cinderella
How come
Street.
we didn't know about it?
Well, that is the crux of the matter.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm on the show. It used to be housed on Cinderella Street, and it was closed for whatever reason, but now it is now located on the Rapidito Loan building, the Javier Blanco building, almost immediately in front of the fire station.
Oh, the new three-story building.
New
that belongs to
three-story
Julio
building.
Blanco. Okay.
It's on the first floor, and it's open Monday to Friday, from 9 to 5, Monday to Thursday, and on Friday we close at 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is now housed at the Julio Blanco Rapidito Loan, the first floor,
And it used to be on Cinderella Street, now relocated at this other address.
Now, just let me quickly get to the point. Legal aid, and I may have misled some people to think that all the services are free there and that you can get legal advice there and so forth. Obviously, I was not comparing this to going to a lawyer's office.
No. Okay.
Where they charge you so much per hour and you pay a bill and you haul. Okay?
Yeah.
And I thought that perhaps there were a team of paralegals. Now, I'm just, but I want to know exactly what kind of services do you offer there?
Okay. The Legal Advice Office services both Orange Walk and Corozal District. This is the regional office located in Orange Walk. But we do Corozal and Orange Walk. It's the northern region that we service. And the parameters of our service range almost all the legal services you can think of. It's a fully fledged office, has its attorneys, paralegal, and essentially what I do is I invite Orangewakeños and Corozaleños to come to the office. They don't need to make an appointment, just come to the office, walk in, and there you will talk to me, and I will listen, and I do the first leg of assessment. For example, you come with a problem, and you tell me, I need an attorney, right? And you discuss with me, I listen, and I assess, and I appraise your problem, and if at all possible, I solve it at my level, right? Some people come in and say, just to tell me I need an attorney, and after I assess the problem, I just suggest to them to go to a government agency, For example, some person might come to me with a land problem and say, I need an attorney to sort out this problem. And I look at it and I tell them, you do not need an attorney. You need to go see the LSO or the SLO, Senior Lands Officer, where at his level, this problem can be resolved, right? So a lot of people believe that they need attorneys when they don't. Some of them are simply a police matter. I have this problem, I need a lawyer. No, man, you need to see the senior police officer and tell them in this format what is your problem, and it's resolved right there, We have all scope of problems come to the office. We have people requesting divorce, adoption, custody.
All of that you're seeing already?
Yeah. Land problems, civil problems, and you need to advise them. Immigration problems. They come to the office with a full range of problems. I deal with all sorts of problems. Just to stick a pin, in days gone, some generations ago, especially in the rural communities, there was this belief that turning over property or estate by word of mouth was the way to go. And in those days, the generation was very responsible. I give my land to my son. He and his brothers lived there without no hassle, no infighting. They respected the word of the father. However, times have changed, and now in modern day times with financial institutions, financial needs, the global economic changes, they go to the bank and say, I need some money, and the bank tells them, you need some security. And they say, but I own a piece of land. I say, show me the documents. And they bring the father's papers and say, he give me this. He gave this to me. Yes, but you need it to be in your name.
Your name.
Yes, so before you can get any sort of securitization on any and any loan. And then they come to the office and say, the bank say, I need to get this in my name. But this like was 2 generations ago. The pa left it to his son, so the grandpa left it to Fihimpa, and Fihimpa left it to him, and makes the job of regulating this estate more cumbersome, more difficult, because there's a thing called abstract, where you need to research the root of title and research it all the way down to verify the status and that all is correct and in order.
Which is a recommended procedure before you do any land transaction.
Exactly. Then there's with estates there's this situation where there's a will and there's a grant of administration. Because it's a word of mouth, and the father died, the grandfather died who left it to his father, and his father died who left it to him, there was no will. And the easiest way to go is via a will, because a will is a document that instructs whatever legal entity, recourse, that this is my wish, that it is left to Emmanuel Martinez, right? It is specific. And the parcel of land and the estate and whatever I left will go to Manuel. But that's a will. It has instructions there with all the accurate names and etc.
Mi burro se lo dejo a tal y tal.
Yeah.
Y mi caballo se lo dejo a tal. Y mis 100 gallinas se lo dejo a tal.
Mi cañal se lo dejo a tal y tal. Right. So it's a set of instructions, legal instructions, where it is clear who will get what. But because, like I say, generations ago it was word of mouth, this has to be regulated. And before it can be regulated, because it's so long ago that it happened, it needs to be researched. And it's cumbersome, it's a lot of work to regulate this. It can be done. Now, like I said, there are 2 ways to inherit property: via a will or via a grant of administration. Failure to have a will, right? Then you go into a grant of administration.
Which you have to apply.
And verify that you are a bloodline, you're a son, you're a daughter, etc., etc. No? So the grant of administration is somewhat more challenging, because you need to verify a lot of things, because there's a failure to assure that there's a will and with instructions.
Well, this strikes close to home, because I am in the process of transacting a grant of administration.
Okay.
Because my mother died intestate.
Okay, intestate, right.
All right? And she never left a will. And obviously, at the time my mother died, there were so many of us.
Yes.
Okay? So I had to research the law and find out who gets and what they get and so forth. And what the law says about, about how it's going to be divided. And we have been to our lawyer at this point, and who has advised us as to
which way to go.
Yes. But yes, it's a cumbersome process, and especially if many times you don't have the required documents that they call for. Yes. Because a lot of people, what I found out, and this is just something that it's not only in my case, but in a number of other people's cases, that they say, do you have the death certificate?
Yeah.
And it says, yes, I have the death certificate. And it turns out not being the death certificate.
It's a medical certificate.
It's the medical certificate and proof of death.
Yeah.
So, which is exactly where I was at 3 months ago.
Okay.
And I go like, my God, my mother has been dead and buried for 6 years now, and I don't have a medical, a death certificate.
Yeah, official death certificate.
So I had to go through the process then of doing elite registration of death. And it has to be approved by the people at the Vital Statistics.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had to go to Justice of the Peace and do an explanation.
Verification.
And then after that, they inform you and tell you, you know what? No. You can go ahead and lodge the medical certificate and lodge the death of your mother. And so many days or weeks after, then you can get the death certificate and so forth. So at one point, you think that these things can be done quickly, but they can't be done quickly. Believe me. So it requires a lot of patience, ladies and gentlemen, and you need to be guided.
Yeah.
You need to be guided.
Yeah.
So I understand perfectly what you're saying, but a lot of people don't know. And this is where you guys come in.
Yeah. And then there's this divorce situation where people come in for their divorce, right? And
you mean a legal
they come and apply for divorce, and then that is where I come in, because when they apply, they don't know what they need to have, right? For example, you need to have a copy of the original marriage certificate. If the marriage has kids, you need, and they're under 18, they're minors, you need to get the copy of the birth certificate of each child, you know. Then, well, IDs, they usually have their social security IDs to verify. But beyond that, I qualify and I inform them about the documents they need to bring in, what they need to fill out, how they apply, and then I need to assess what type of divorce they need. For example,
may I interject? Did you have to go through training, all of this?
Yes. Another thing, I need to categorize the type of divorce they need. For example, if the marriage has not acquired any material wealth, for example, you're married to a house, a boat,
TV,
a car, cane field, whatever, you know, money in the bank. If the union has not acquired any of that, or any kids, then it is categorized, has not acquired any material wealth, no children from the marriage, then it's categorized as a simple divorce, because they don't have anything to dispute. No kids, yeah, no cost of the battle. He want the picnic, that one want the picnic. So there's no back and forth in court.
It's not a complicated issue.
It's a simple divorce where we mutually decide to go our separate ways with nothing to fight for. You don't want nothing from me, I don't want anything from you. That's a simple divorce. Then there's a second one where one of the parties, one of the spouse, lives in another country, right? And the remaining spouse in Belize, for whatever intent and purposes, has chosen to apply for a divorce. There's a common case where the man will leave to go to the States because things bad in Belize, he go work. And he tells the wife, listen, I'm going to work, and as soon as I settle down, I'll send for you. Which in many cases does not happen. After an year or two, they stop communicate, stop send money. Then the wife, after 2 years, gets the sense, yeah, I need to move on with my life. In the out there, not communicating, not maintaining me. I need to move on. So she applies for a divorce.
This is a real talk. This is
real life.
Real talk, yes.
Real life.
Real
right?
life.
And she gets the sense that I need to move on with my life. And the Constitution allows Belizeans to the freedom of movement, freedom of speech, freedom to live, to a life, right? You have a right to live.
To express yourself the way you want to.
Express freedom of movement, choice, you know.
Whatever.
So
the liberties.
The liberties. So eventually the wife will get the sense that this ballet no longer interested, and she applies for a divorce, out of jurisdiction divorce, right? So one spouse is here, one spouse is out of the country. It's called an out of jurisdiction. That's the second type.
And he would not be privileged to know about it.
Well, an attempt will be made.
An attempt will be made.
For example, all the law requires is that you make publications in your local newspaper, right? Or whatever organism, whichever institution you use, 3 publications. And failure, so that is required. He don't have a seat, you know, but you are required to, the law requires 3 publications. And if he fails to see that, then from there, the divorce proceeds, right? But the spouse remaining in the country is entitled with reasonable cause to apply for out of jurisdiction divorce, right? That's the second one. Then the third one is like, for example, the union acquires wealth. You know, I have 4 houses, 2 boats, 3 cars, money in the bank. And for whatever intent or purposes, they find that they cannot live together anymore and choose to go the divorce way. In which case, most of the time, the female will be the one who say, you know, I want X, Y, and Z out of this estate package. And not all the time, but some of the times, the husband will say, no, 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 you can't get that. You know? You will get X, Y, and Z. And she says, no, I want more. I deserve more. She gets a liar, he gets his liar, and a court battle ensues, right? This is more costly, more time, because adjournments, after adjournments, they can't agree on the adjournment. There are divorce cases that are contested for many reasons. One is estate, the next one is custody of the children. The man want them, the lady want them. That is another issue.
And then you have situations, permit me to just quickly butt in, but there are situations which may not be as, where the union has not perhaps produced extreme wealth.
Yeah.
But the woman is claiming that in that little timbirich that they live,
yeah,
that she is responsible,
yeah,
for that little addition to that is the bathroom now.
Yeah.
And that she is the one who many times has had to do certain things, sew the night, so that they purchase the curtains in the house.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going to?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not as clearly defined as you get one car, I get one car.
Yeah.
You get one house, I get one house.
It's a challenge.
No, it's a challenge. So now the very one single house that they live in is being challenged. So that becomes, it's a simpler situation, not simple
But it's
perhaps,
real, but it's real.
but it's more complicated because the woman says, yo con mi sudor trabajé para lograr esto. Y ahora este maldito hombre, por no decir la palabrota, me quiere sacar de mi casa. Compañeros, vamos a tomar esta llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Good morning, Martinez.
Yes. Go ahead, sir.
I'm coming from Orange Walk East.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
You see that the minister are going forgot the Orange Walk East constituency.
Why do you say that, sir?
Because he has this place here abandoned.
Abandoned? What do you mean abandoned?
I think next election we need to change him.
Well,
so we put him in or we need to take him out?
Well, you have a right to express yourself, sir, but I do believe that not all of the people think like you.
But this time that is coming, the people will be in government.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Going back to what you were talking about. Tenemos una necesidad de hablar en español.
Sí.
Nuestra audiencia estará en hispano, nos estará diciendo, bueno, ¿y qué diablos hablan esos dos ahí? Compañeros, estamos hablando cuando la vida nos presenta muchos retos, la vida nos presenta muchos problemas y cuando muchas veces no sabemos cómo reaccionar, no sabemos qué hacer. Sabemos claramente de que aquel individuo nos está tratando de tomar el pelo. Nos está tratando de tomar ventaja. Y muchas veces uno dice, pero yo no sé qué hacer. Yo no tengo dinero para ir a ver un abogado. Y muchas veces por simple ignorancia no quiere decir una actitud, pero un estado de mente. Un estado cuando no sabes, ¿ok? Y hay muchas veces por ignorancia decimos, pues Si él lo quiere, yo no sé qué hacer, que lo tome. Aquí estamos tratando de informarles y decirles de que hay una oportunidad. Existe este ofrecimiento de parte del ministerio para poder ayudar a estas personas que necesitan que alguien los guíe legalmente. A un costo quizás, pero un costo mínimo, un costo reducido. Información, ustedes no cobran por ello. No. Pero para lo que es la consulta, por decir, legal con el abogado, obviamente se va a cobrar, pero un costo tantito menos, ¿ok? Pero esto es la diferencia, donde ahí te pueden decir qué es, ante todo, si es que necesitas un abogado, sobre todo, las cosas, si es que necesitas un abogado, o cómo mejor tratar la situación, porque muchas veces, como tú dijiste en una mesa, y perdón que te tutee, pero simplemente muchas personas no saben qué hacer. Están perdidos y no saben si ir a ver al abogado, al lance officer, o al juez, o al policía. No saben, ¿ok? Y estos esfuerzos es para que pueda haber justicia. Eso es, para que pueda haber justicia, para que tú no te sientas que alguien tomó ventaja de ti. Así que tenemos invitado al señor Herman Mesa, que él es el encargado, el director de esta oficina, donde te ofrece estos servicios. Así que si tú tienes una situación que quisieras compartir con él, ve a la oficina. En el primer piso del edificio de Julio Blanco, el edificio nuevo, ¿ok? Justo frente de la casa de Charo Briceño, casi a un costado del National Fire Service, ¿ok? Ahí en la calle Main, ¿ok? Y pregunta, ahí vas a verlo claramente, Legal Aid, donde te pueden ayudar lunes a viernes, de lunes a jueves de 8 a 5, y del viernes de 8 a las 4, ¿ok? Donde puedes ir a conseguir orientación.
They don't need to make an appointment, just walk in.
Simplemente tienes que entrar, caminar. Compañeros, son las 8:14. Vamos a tomar una pausa rápidamente, pero les damos oportunidad para que puedan llamar en ese segmento y compartir sus problemas, si así ustedes lo quieren hacer, ¿ok? Llamen, con gusto les atenderemos. 302-2170 o mandar un text al 600-5769 o a mi número 664-4921, ¿ok? Bueno, así que tomamos esa pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The new Belize City Civic Center is taking shape at the foot of the Balkan Bridge and is expected to be completed by December 2017. This multi-purpose mega facility will boast an air-conditioned interior with a seating capacity of 4,500, a FIBA-certified wooden main court and 3 practice courts, offices, media boxes, and multiple locker rooms, another basketball court with 24-hour access to the public, and parking for 200 vehicles. This $34 million investment highlights a new era of world-class sporting infrastructure for the entire country of Belize. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Get serious. Get bopped.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Hollover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el... ¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can whip its cream, for Dano milk it is real, yes, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in PG, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can hear this talk, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. El tema de discusión hoy es el ofrecimiento de parte del Ministerio del Attorney General para ofreciendo sus servicios aquí en Orange Walk para personas que necesitan esa orientación. Tienen un problema legal en la casa, tienen un problema con su esposa, no saben qué hacer, tienen un problema con el terreno, de a quién no hay testamento, a quién le queda el terreno, muchas veces porque no sabemos qué hacer o no tenemos el dinero para ir a viajar a Belice a gastar, o muchas veces no tenemos el tiempo, así decimos, para tener esas cosas. Mucha injusticia sucede, así es, ¿ok? Tenemos con nosotros al señor Germán Mesa hoy por la mañana, donde nos está hablando acerca de qué es lo que el Illegal Aid Office aquí en Orange Walk ofrece. Hemos estado hablando bastante acerca de los distintos casos, es más, casos de personas casados, tienen pleitos, cómo se trata esa situación, quién queda con la casa. Y aquí a propósito tengo un mensaje. Ya han empezado a entrar los mensajes y les pido, por favor, si quieren compartirlo, ¿ok? Dice, buenos días, tengo 2 años separados legalmente, pero tenemos una casa el cual ella dio a rentar. ¿Cómo le hago para el divorcio y lo de la casa?
Okay, I will answer that in English.
Yes, andale.
Okay. First, we need to know why you are in that situation. Did you go through a court proceeding that gave your wife an occupational order? If that is the case, and she was awarded the occupational order, then she has the right to rent, because that means that the court ordered you to move out of the premise, and she has the right, the occupational order. That's one. Two, I'm not clear as to what your process is, so I want to invite you to come to the office. You don't need to make an appointment, and we have mentioned where we are located. Come to the office so we can have a more meticulous and verified conversation where I can fully understand what your problem is. Aside from that, the divorce situation is, the laws of Belize require that before a marriage, a union can apply for a divorce, there is this 3-year mandatory wait period. You need to have 3 years separated before you can apply for a divorce, right? So there's only one overriding factor where the Supreme Court judge may waive the 3-year mandatory wait period. That is if the union, if the couple in question, if the relationship is endowed with serious domestic violence, and it has to be almost life-threatening, where the judge will say, before somebody kills somebody, better we not make them wait, better we get a divorce one time. So he may waive it under specific and special circumstances. But other than that, you need a 3-year wait period, and you need to be separated for at least 3 years before you can apply for divorce.
Ok, rápidamente, si es que no entendiste esto, te lo traduzco lo mejor que pueda yo. En términos, hablando acerca del divorcio, en primer lugar, tienes que estar separado por 3 años antes de que apliques para el divorcio. En ciertos casos se puede menorar o se puede hacer antes de 3 años, simplemente cuando el juez determine de que hay mucha violencia envuelta en esa relación y que antes de que uno mate al otro, pues apresura la situación. Pero la norma es que esperes 3 años. Segundamente, si es que tú estás hablando de que hay una casa que ella dio a rentar, entonces indica que tú no vives ahí. y que ella sí tiene la oportunidad de rentar la casa. Así que el señor te acaba de decir de que quiere saber más acerca de ese arreglo.
If there's an occupational order.
Ajá, si
that
es
was
que
awarded
hay
to her.
una nota que se llama una occupational order, quiere decir de que a ella le dieron el permiso de vivir y que a ti no te lo han dado, ¿ok? Y que si eso sí se le ha dado, entonces ella tiene el derecho de rentarlo. Pero, compañero, te estamos invitando a que vayas a la oficina del señor Herman Mesa, donde él te ofrece escucharte y guiarte, orientarte debidamente, porque si es que has tomado tiempo para mandarnos el mensaje, entonces mereces que alguien te escuche y que te oriente. Así que toma la oportunidad de ir a visitar al señor Herman Mesa, ahí en el primer piso, lo que nosotros llamamos el segundo piso, pero es el primer piso del edificio blanco.
Arriba de Rapidito Loans.
Ahí donde se vende seguro, ahí en la cuadra de Wards Lane, ¿ok? Ahí vas a preguntar, y ahí por donde está la estación de los bomberos, el edificio grande nuevo, ahí puedes ir y no tienes que hacer cita, simplemente ir y te van a atender. Así que te invito. Y compañeros, si es que quieren compartir, llamar o algo a eso, si es que tienes un caso de violencia, porque ahí vamos, compañeros, vamos a hablar acerca de los casos cuando la mujer consigue una santa tundiza. Muchas veces es lastimada, muchas veces es herida, pero no sabe qué hacer. No sabe qué hacer porque dice, ¿y si lo dejo? ¿Quién me va a mantener? ¿Y si lo dejo? ¿Dónde voy a ir a vivir? Y si lo dejo, ¿qué pasó con mis hijos? Que no son de él. Así que prefiero aguantar mi santa y no hacer nada, no llevarlo a la corte. Yo te digo una cosa. Hay una forma para lidiar esto. ¿Cómo lidias con esta situación?
Okay, I'll do that in English. For that situation where the relationship is endowed with domestic violence, they have what they call a domestic violence unit here in Orange Walk. You go to the police station, and there is a domestic violence unit where you can go and lodge. There are two kinds of complaints. One is an active complaint where you require court action, right? And most women, as you were saying, my Manuel, fear court action because they take the husband to court, and it doesn't end there because after he's taken to court, he feels embarrassed and he feels mad.
Or might even go back and beat her more.
And come back and beat her again or left her, and then who will maintain her? That's the underlying line. Who will maintain her? So you can make an active complaint to an intake officer at the domestic unit at the police station, or you can make what you call an inactive complaint where you're filing for the records. So in case later I kill you, you have one preempted report where there's a history of violence recorded. And that's for your children, you know, so that somebody can secure the future of your children. So you have an active where you require court action, and you have a passive report where I just wanted for the record to be stated that he beat me such a day, and see he bruised me here, bruised me there, and recorded there's a history of violence. Now, for this kind of affair, where women fear being left because who will maintain them, the same intake officer that she goes to see, if she tells her concerns, the intake officer will then open the doors for her to see that there is a human development office, there's a women network office in Belize City, there's another department, I forgot what it's called, but these three sections in the system, one of them is to assist you with further legal action. For example, you feel like you can't afford it, this section of the network in the Women's Department in Belize City will assist you with some of your expenses. That's what it's there for. The second unit is for interdependence. Because they see that your fear is your economic security, there's this department that will offer you a parameter of different skills where they will train you, where they will see your need and your fear and will assist you, train you to make beading, macrame, make hammock, some sort of skill that will give you that interdependence. So
and the ability to generate funds for yourself.
Correct, to secure that you sustain yourself and your family. So the first one is your intake officer where you lodge your complaint. And if you lodge your concern, she will open the window and tell you, you know what, these are options. You know, you may, I will refer you to this department where you can be taught skills that will allay this fear that I need to be maintained, and you don't have to go that way, because if you're trained and you're skilled, then you sustain yourself, a sort of independence. It's a process. The first one is your intake officer, then the second one is skill training, and the third one is if you need further legal recourse, we can assist you. So it's not like the end of the world, and I'm not advising anybody what to do, but I'm saying that there's somewhere to go to, the intake officer, the domestic unit, and if you lay down the cards or you come to my office, I can guide you what to do, and this is what I do. One more time, there's the court action thing, and you don't need to go that way. You can record the history of your case to the intake officer at the domestic unit. And if you tell her you're concerned that you're fearful of your economic security, then she can open the window and tell you, you know what, we have this unit that trains you to become independent, self-sustainable. And the third unit is if you need further legal recourse, they will help you. So it's not the end of the world. And there are units you can go to, or you can come to my office and we discuss this, and I can give the same guidance the intake officer can give you. So one more time, do not be totally fearful of your economic security down the road. If you live in a relationship where you're being abused, it is best that for your sake and for that of your children. Why I mention children is because a lot of the times men will beat the wife in front of their kids. And that is not good, because it further sets the psychology of the children into a trauma. It traumatizes them and scared. And aside from that, if you continue to live in that relationship, there will be a cycle. The children will believe that that's the way to go, and then too and start to beat for their wife. And you say it's a cycle. So you need to.
It becomes a vicious cycle. Yes.
Correct. You need to break that cycle by being willful and sensible. And it's not the end of the world. I mentioned the unit, the intake unit, and the parameters that are available to women for her interdependence, self-sustainability, and the third one is for legal recourse if you need help. So if you come to my office or you go to the intake officer at the domestic unit at the police station, you will be told that these areas do exist, and it's not the end of the world. My advice, in fact not my advice, my suggestion is that you do not persist in a relationship that is that abusive where you are beaten to that extent. It affects the livelihood of your kids. They are traumatized, and those who are not traumatized believe that's the way to live, and it becomes what to call a vicious cycle where he grows up and does the same thing, and domestic violence and women's rights in Belize will never move forward. So,
compañeros, esta es una respuesta a una situación bastante real en que vivimos, que muchas mujeres y hasta hombres pasan por el proceso, porque He escuchado de casos cuando la mujer pega al hombre.
Sí, sí.
Y créanme que estamos hablando al grano, pero no es tan común. Sin embargo, por nuestro sentido de machismo, los hombres generalmente somos los que pegamos a las mujeres. Y las mujeres muchas veces, algunas de ellas se rebelan y dicen, yo no te voy a aguantar esto, yo me voy, cuida a tus hijos, o yo me llevo a los hijos. Pero esa persona lo hace porque tiene opciones, porque tiene su mamá, tiene su papá vivo, tiene la hermana o algún familiar o alguna buena amistad, ¿ok? Donde puede ir a quedar. Y dice, pues no voy a aguantar más golpes. Sin embargo, hay aquella mujer que tuvo un hijo para estamos hablando al grano, compañeros, tuvo un hijo para el otro, y ya luego entonces lo encuentra difícil mantener estos dos hijos porque no tiene un empleo. Así que la verdad es de que tiene que engancharse a una persona para que la ayude a mantenerla a ella y a sus hijos. Lo encuentra, le da las gracias a Dios, pero el hombre la pega. El hombre le da unas santas golpes, tundizas, y la mujer no dice nada. Se queda en su casa y lo aguanta, porque dice ella que no tiene opción. Una situación bastante difícil, compañeros, porque ningún individuo debe de pasar por eso. Ningún individuo debe pasar por esa amenaza física, aparte de la pérdida de la dignidad y la falta de respeto asociado con ello. ¿Okay? Pero la pobre lo aguanta y dice, es que si lo dejo, ¿quién me va a ayudar a mantener? ¿Quién me va a ayudar a mantener mis hijos? ¿Dónde voy a ir? No tengo papá, mi papá me corrigió porque me tuve a mi hijo desde muy temprano. Pero el sistema, como tú dijiste, provee para gente de este tipo. O siquiera el sistema debe proveer para este tipo de personas. Porque el sistema dice que si es que tú pasas a la policía al poner un reporte, que la persona encargada de tomar tu reporte, el intake officer, te puede guiar, te puede orientar y decirte, ¿sabes qué? Puedes hacer esto, el otro y el otro. ¿Ok? Pero ahí estamos hablando, compañeros. Hoy en día tenemos una oficina aquí en Orange Walk donde puedes ir a platicar sin compromiso y te pueden guiar, te pueden orientar. ¿Cuáles son tus opciones? ¿Cuáles son tus opciones? Porque muchas personas sufren en silencio. Muchas personas sufren indebidamente porque no saben qué hacer. Algunos no quieren hacerlo, algunos les gusta que los peguen, hablando la verdad. ¿Okay? Y algunos, pues, simplemente lo toleran hasta no llegar a un punto cuando ya no lo pueden tolerar más. El punto es, hoy tienes una opción de poder ir con el señor Roman Mesa a explicarle tu situación. Hablarle y decirle, ¿sabes qué? Quiero que me orientes. ¿Cuáles son mis oportunidades? ¿Cuáles son mis opciones? Perdón. Así es, señor Mesa.
Yes. I just want to stick a pin that a lot of women don't know. Under the law, under Belize law, if I take a woman into my house with 3 kids, a lot of women believe that in order to maintain the 3 picnic, under Belize law, if you take a woman home with 3 kids that are not yours, it is your responsibility to maintain her, and you must maintain her 3 kids. They become yours.
Ándale, vamos
That's
a tomar
not
esta
a-
llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días. Bajar el volumen del teléfono, del televisor, por favor. Bajas el volumen del televisor, por favor.
Hello.
Buenos días.
Yes, San Manuel.
Dime.
Bueno, es que están hablando, está bien.
Ándale.
Y yo reservo esta mesa también. Porque dice que es su Bodyworks Pan Guilé.
Ajá. Dime.
Y yo lo respeto también en esa forma. Porque
Ándale.
estoy hablando, ¿no?
Ok.
¿Entiendes? Que tenemos un derecho también, como la mujer y el hombre. ¿Entiendes?
Ya.
Bueno, pues entonces, lo que él dice está bueno. No hay nada malo, no hay nada bueno. Como dice Paloma es para la mujer. Modo de la mujer afuera. Somos los dos. Igual.
Ok, muy bien. Igual derechos.
El hombre, sí, el hombre no puede ser más y la mujer puede ser más. ¿Entiendes?
Sí.
Entonces lo agradezco por oír, porque lo estoy escuchando y todo.
Okay. Bueno.
Muy bien.
Bueno,
pues gracias, ¿eh?
Ya.
Gracias. La gente está escuchando.
Yeah,
Están...
la ley no fue hecha para la mujer. La ley es para todos los ciudadanos. Como dijo Manuel, si hay casos donde la mayoría de veces el hombre le pega a la mujer, pero hay dados casos donde la mujer le da sus tranquilizas también al hombre, y la ley se aplica. Si él hace un reporte de domestic violence, se debe de escuchar si se debe de actuar en la policía en la misma manera que se actúa cuando un hombre le pega a una mujer. Así es que la ley no es escrita de un lado o para uno o para otro, es igual para todos. Todos los ciudadanos disfrutan de la protección de la ley del país. Así es que tienes razón. La ley no se hizo para hombre ni para mujer, se hizo para todos los ciudadanos.
Pues compañeros, si es que y aquí no estamos tratando solo de situaciones abusivas, sino estamos tratando acerca de condiciones o situaciones cuando una persona muere y no deja testamento. Ya luego hay personas que, como dijimos, ¿no? Problemas legales cuando se trata de terrenos. ¿Okay? Pero vamos si nos puedes hablar tantito más acerca de todos los rangos de servicios que ofrecen, ofrecimientos, ¿no? Y servicios, y si es que necesitas de un abogado, sin tener que hablar de costos, porque no es de ética, ¿ok? Pero podemos contarle más poquitos a la gente qué es.
Ok, la oficina ofrece todos los servicios legales que se le ofrece en cualquier oficina legal. Y
vamos a tomar esta llamadita rápida. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning. Buenos días.
Buenos días, Mr. Martínez.
¿Qué tal?
Bien, bien, bien. Una pregunta para Mr. Herman.
Dale.
Tengo 13 años casados, ¿right? 2 años separados. No tenemos hijos, pero solo tenemos el acta de la iglesia. Y quería ver para el divorcio qué más se required.
Lo captaste
3 años.
okay, you have 13 years of marriage. Okay, that's
por la iglesia, dices.
Sí.
Apágalo. Por la iglesia, y tú quieres saber qué son tus opciones.
Sí, porque tenemos la casa y un terreno común.
Ajá.
No hubo violencia doméstica, no hubo nada de eso, solo que ya no podíamos vivir juntos.
Okay.
Un caso típico.
Yeah.
Okay. ¿Vas a esperar a contestar o contestamos en
Contesta al aire.
Al aire,
Okay,
gracias.
okay,
Claro que sí. Gracias
okay.
por llamar.
Okay, thanks for your call. For starters, you said that you have the marriage certificate, which is given by the church. In court, the church certificate is not permissible. You need to move this marriage certificate to Belize City and get one from Vital Statistics, which is a government registered certificate. That is permissible in court. That's the first thing. Two, I don't remember if you said that you have kids. If you have kids and they're under 18, you need to get their birth certificates. If you don't have it, get it from Vital Statistics also and attach it to your marriage certificate. And that's two. And three, I don't recall if you mentioned how long you're separated. But remember, we spoke before that you need to have from the date where you don't live together to now a minimum of 3 years. You mentioned you don't have domestic violence and none of the other little things. So if it's just incompatibility, then you need to have a 3-year waiting period before you can apply for divorce, right? And as to the as your estate, which is your house, land, and whatever it is, did you have it before you got married? If you inherited this from your father, the estate, and after that you got married, and you and your wife lived together, and the estate was not acquired as an effort of the joint union, means together and work for it, or whether she work or not, under the law, if your wife stays home and you work, and the material wealth is acquired during the course of the union, she still has a right to part of the estate because her work was taking care of you so that you could make money. So she serviced the machine and make the money. So she played her role in making sure that you're work ready and able to go to work to make money, and whatever you gave her to run the house, she stretched the dollar and do whatever she had to do, get your work ready, so she has the right to claim a part of the estate. That is if during the course of from the day you were married to now you acquired the estate. If you inherited the estate, it's a different set of ball game because you can claim this, you can claim certain things as the divorce procedure continues. But if it was acquired during the course of the union, your house and land and so, then she has a right to some sort of claim, which will be the discretion of the judge, right? It's generally looked at a 50-50 situation, but does not necessarily have to go that way. It's a discretionary thing where the Supreme Court awards the wife or whoever it is a percent of the estate. So I hope that clarifies.
Y si sigue, y si algo no se le fue claro.
And if something is not clear, please come to the office. You don't need to make an appointment. It's housed at the Julio Blanco, first floor. Come to the office where we can discuss and flesh out something that we missed right now, ¿no? So you're welcome.
La invitación, ¿qué más? Si antes no había esa opción, ahora sí. Pues vamos a continuar hablando acerca de, bueno, la respuesta de la pregunta inicial que te hice, acerca de los ofrecimientos y cuando hay necesidad de que esa persona necesite ver un abogado, por decir.
Okay. Like I said, I do the first leg. I assess your problems and I advise you which way to go. I repeat, in many cases, people come to me and need an attorney, and after we assess her situation, you don't really need an attorney. We just call a government agency, and you go to them, and your problem is resolved. But in the event that you need to go the step further and you need an attorney, that can be arranged. an attorney comes to our offices, and at which stage, I can't tell you what date the attorney will come, but we have an arrangement where I will take your name that you require an attorney and open a file for you, and when the attorney is coming, I will give you 24 hours clear notice. Like if he's coming tomorrow, this morning I will have called you and told you, the attorney is coming tomorrow. Will you have the time to come from where you are? Some people are from Corozal, from San Narciso, and they are working, and they will tell me, no, I don't have time. Those that have the time and can come, I will nail down an appointment for them, and I will put down their name for tomorrow. These are the people who are coming to see the attorney who will come, who have the time. Those who cannot, I refer them to another date. So I generally will give you 24 hours clear notice that the attorney will be coming such a day. And if you can't make it, you will tell me, and then I nail down or I certify or make an appointment for you, and I give you the hour that you will be seen. So it's as easy as that. Oh, and if the attorney will not come and you are in a hurry, you are desperate to see an attorney, then I will refer to the Belize City office where the attorneys are housed, and I will secure an appointment for you and tell you, go tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning, to such an address where the attorneys are housed. I have nailed down an appointment for you, and you go, and they will see you. So if in fact you are more hurried than what I have available for you, then I nail down an appointment for you in Belize City, and you go to Belize and see the attorneys.
Pero ya cuando se trata de abogados, ya luego entonces está a tu cuenta eso.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
there's, and
el costo del abogado está a tu cuenta entonces.
yeah, yeah. The good thing is that, like we mentioned perhaps once in our show, the purpose of the Legal Aid Office is to secure legal services to people of low income. So it's a subsidized venture between the UNDP and the government of Belize. So we can afford to work for people of low income. That's the main purpose of Legal Aid Office, to secure legal services to people who generally would not be able to afford it. So we are making it affordable. And like I repeat, it's easy. You don't need to make an appointment to go and see me. You just walk in, and I will listen to you, and I will guide you as to which way to go.
Okay, pues aquí, compañeros, nada más recapitulando lo que el señor Mesa dijo, que muchas veces servicios de abogados sí se requieren. Y la oficina también provee para eso. Él te puede hacer una cita, trabajan con un número de abogados que se prestan para dar este tipo de servicio, ¿okay? Que están trabajando con el programa. El programa es uno fundado por las Naciones Unidas, Programa de Desarrollo de las Naciones Unidas y el gobierno de Belice. Entonces, en vez de cobrarte tanto por una cita, te cobran mucho menos, ¿ok? Pero eso sí es que requieres el servicio de un abogado, porque hay muchas veces, pues, tiene que ser firmado por un attorney o algo por el estilo, o tú no puedes hacer una presentación en la Corte Suprema, tiene que ser un abogado que lo hace. Así que, sentido común, tienes que conseguir el servicio de un abogado, pero a un costo mucho menos. Eso es lo que está ofreciendo el Legal Aid, ¿ok? Si es que ahí tienes una urgencia, por decir, y no estás dispuesto a esperar la semana o 5 días, y que lo quieres ahora y lo quieres, entonces siempre se te pudiera ayudar, porque se te refiere entonces a la oficina en la ciudad de Belice, donde hay más acceso, ¿ok? Más abogados, donde te dice, ok, pues mira, te tengo puesto una cita para mañana a las 10 de la mañana, pero tienes que ser serio tú y estar ahí. Esto, compañeros, es algo muy bueno. Anteriormente esto no sucedía. La gente sufría en silencio. No tenía opciones. Iba a visitar a la vecina y le contaba sobre el cerco, qué le estaba sucediendo, pero no tenía opción. Hoy tienes una opción. Hoy tienes una opción de quejarte, de ver cómo mejor puedes tú salir de la bronca en que estás y tomando la legalidad de la situación, tomando en cuenta la legalidad de la situación, que es tuyo, que no es tuyo. Si es que debes de darle a tus hijos, cuánto les debes de... Bueno, todo lo que es la legalidad, sin entrar a un caso en particular, porque ya casi entraba en uno. Pero compañeros, ese es el ofrecimiento del señor Mesa. Yo quisiera a este punto felicitarles porque yo creo que es un esfuerzo commendable. Pero más y más gente sabe de ello mejor, porque hay gente que todavía no sabe de este ofrecimiento. Y la gente todavía sigue pensando de que no hay nadie que los pudiera ayudar. ¿Ya me entiendes? Entonces, queremos pasar el mensaje de que sí, este ofrecimiento existe, es para todos abierto, no hay distinción aquí, ¿ok? Personas que no son beliceñas también pueden ir.
Yes, because they are the ones that come and ask for information about the Immigration Act, immigration laws, what they're required to do, you know, how do I get a permanent residence, etc., etc. All these services.
Y esta nota va para pequeñas personas que no son beliceños, que se quieran naturalizar es la palabra,
permanent residence,
¿okay? O conseguir su residencia permanente. No es para que ellos te lo tramiten, hello, no es para, ellos no te van a tramitar nada. Ellos te van a orientar a cómo tú lo vas a hacer.
And what is their current status? Some of them are illegal, I don't know it.
Exactamente, algunas de las personas son ilegales y no lo saben. Así que te van a poner en cheque, es más, te van a decir, mira, tienes que hacer esto antes de tal día, porque si no vas a ser ilegal y aquí si te recoge la policía, fuera papacito. Vamos a tomar esta llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días, good morning.
Sí, don Manuel.
Ajá, dime.
Buenos días.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Vamos a estar con la mujer y el hombre. Bueno, hay casos que el hombre le da el dinero a la mujer, pero la mujer vive con otro hombre.
Ay, Dios.
Y le da todo el dinero al hombre.
Ay, Dios.
¿Entiendes?
Ajá.
Sus hijos no reciben lo que deben de recibir. Es que la ley debe de ver también. Legalmente así es. Porque si tú debes maldición, te van a encerrar. ¿Verdad? Te van a encerrar.
Ya te entendí perfectamente bien, gracias. Sí.
Te van a encerrar, bueno. Y es que te encierran 2 semanas o un mes, lo que tú debes. Siempre tú sigues debiendo. Y no estás trabajando. Entonces, hay que ver una ley también para eso. Que vean que la mujer, lo que tú le das a la mujer, tus hijos lo reciben. ¿Entiendes? Legalmente, así debe de ser.
Different ballgame.
Sí.
Porque yo he visto esto. Y esto es una persona joven. Usted me conoce también. Usted me conoce, don Manuel.
Muy bien, ok.
Martínez, yo soy Guilí.
Ajá, sí, Guilí, yo te conozco, Guilí.
Bueno, yo sé, por eso le digo, es algo, y igual conozco a don Mesa también. Pero hay que ser legal, ¿entiendes? La ley tiene que ver parejo.
Muy bien,
Guilí. Hoy soy un doméstico y te van a venir a encerrar, te llevan como te van a arrestar, más que criminal. Karen, te llevan, te ponen handcuffs como si uno no está corriendo. Uno está cuando vienen que te lleven. Ya hiciste, lo que hiciste ya lo hiciste. Pero la ley tiene que ver también.
Okay.
Simplemente en eso. ¿Entiendes?
Ok, muy bien, gracias por compartir, papá. Ándale. Pues ahí tenemos un escenario completamente diferente. O un extremo, por decir. Que la mujer es irresponsable con el dinero que le dan y los hijos salen los sufridos.
Okay. In a situation like this where he claims to know that this is the case, right? Because
it may not be that way.
Yeah, you see, under the law, you need to substantiate a situation. For example, this is a difficult case where the man is required to give spousal support, where legal separation happens, and the wife applies to the judge, say, I want make him maintain me and my 2 kids, right? And the judge awards her spousal support and alimony for the kids. So the 3 of them get, the 2 picnic and the wife get. But there are certain parameters where the wife qualifies for spousal support. The day she acquires a new husband, the spousal support is truncated, it's cut. So, but this guy, you know, like it, so he said the dodge the lady, and he comes to me and he said, you know what, he got next month. I say, yeah? Yes, man, he got next month. So, yeah, what I want to apply for, I can cut spousal support because of $50 a week, and it hurt me. But I cannot proceed with that. He has to substantiate. And how do you substantiate a relationship, you know, with a man and a woman? You're practically...
Pass them in the act?
Yeah, you're practically...
And take a picture and tell the judge, here it is, Your Honor?
Yeah, you have to practically go as far as that, because how do you prove that?
Oh, my God.
So, it's similar under the law. You have to have substance for a claim. This one, he's saying that the lady is not responsibly spending the money on the kids gotten from the alimony, from the father. This is a workable case, but needs to be substantiated, where the intake officer, senior intake officer, will investigate the matter and have relative proof, not only relative, but relevant proof, and says, and report the matter to the court, and the court will take in the lady and tell her, you know what, we have evidence, concrete evidence that you have been irresponsible, because under the law, getting money for kids and not providing for them is child abuse.
It's child abuse.
Child abuse ranges
so she can be then taken to court for child abuse.
Correct, child abuse. Right? So it's a form of child abuse. You're getting the proceeds and you're neglecting to give them. It's a form of child abuse. And so she will be taken for child abuse. That's a charge. You can't say, you know, they spend the money irresponsibly. No, there's no charge for that. It's neglect. And that is child abuse. So cannot quote child. But I repeat, has to be substantiated. Cannot just be hearsay and etc. I take his point and I respect his opinion. And if it's not the case, it's a bad case and should be taken to the relevant responsibilities, the authorities.
Mesa, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. It's already past 5 minutes after 9. I want to thank all those people who participated, who sent us messages and who called. I want to thank the people behind the scenes who were at the controls. I want to thank you, the audience, who watched and who participated, at least in thought. You know, the point of our message here is that today you have one added option. You have one option if you have been, you are confronted with a situation where you don't know what to do, and then maybe a legal situation. Then you have an option. You can visit the legal aid office here in Orange Walk, and I'm gathering from what I have seen from Mr. Mesa that he is quite adept at dealing with these situations, and he will be able to guide you or orient you in that respect. And if you do need further counsel or guidance, he may refer you to a lawyer, okay, at a reduced price. So there is good news out of this. There is something good coming out of this. There are situations where you may be lost as to what you can do. You know, what are your options? And he won't charge you for giving information. Information is absolutely free. You know what I mean? So visit the office on the first floor of the Blanco building, right at the corner of by the fire station, and he will be more than glad to assist you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'd like to just quickly remind that this show repeats tonight at 9 o'clock. And by all means, we will be here tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have Dr. Cardo Martinez. It's supposed to be a very interesting show because we noticed that the Ministry of Health has already said you can't bring Coca-Cola into the hospital. So now it goes one step further and talking about all that we eat. What is causing us damage? What is it that we drink that causes us damage? Sugar City Morning Show.
Don Manuel.
Dime.
Bueno, uno también tiene que ver porque en vez llaman que es doméstico, viene la policía y te rofean como segundo es un criminal. ¿Entiendes?
Sí.
Ellos tienen que ver de eso también. No porque vienen te pueden venir a rofear como si uno... ¿Entiendes?
Pues entiendo eso perfectamente.
Ah, porque es doméstico, bueno, ahora cuando está el criminal que mataron, no van a ir ahí. ¿Ah?
Buena observación, compañero. Muy buena. Muy buena, muy buena tu observación. Te tengo que cortar porque ya me están indicando de que ya se terminó el tiempo, compañeros. Pasen un feliz día. Les agradezco su participación. Tengan un bonito día. Nos vemos mañana a la misma hora. Hasta luego. Se cuidan.
Sugar City Morning Show.